Out. I'm Benga Oreshegun. Today on the program, gospel singer sentenced to death for killing girlfriend Salome Adaidu. 17 soldiers killed, multiple insurgents neutralized in troops clash with armed bandits in Niger State as Kebbi State governor pushes for death penalty punishment for informants aiding bandits. And later on the show, INEC fixes August 16 for 16 by-elections in 12 states. Deploys 30,451 staff. Journalist Hangout starts right now. Now let's begin the conversation. Now every choice we make, whether good or bad, could inevitably shape our destiny. 5 months after gospel singer Timileyin Ajayi allegedly murdered and dismembered his girlfriend Salome Adaidu, his fate has now been decided in the Court of Justice. In a judgment handed down by Justice Simon Aboki of Nasarawa State High Court, Timileyin Ajayi was found guilty of killing and dismembering Salome Adaidu and has been sentenced to death. Good news. I mean, good news. But talk to me. In your opinion, do you think the court actually delivered justice on this case? Or do you think due process was observed?
I'm happy. And it's fair enough. A life for a life. Yes. And I salute the Nigerian judiciary for the speedy dispensation of justice. This is how it should be. You know, the guy killed his girlfriend. He called her. Just like that.
I mean, just like that.
And then I was watching him in court. No remorse whatsoever. You know. I hope the present generation tap from this. Take a message from this. Because I think the level we have degenerated, taking human lives, without recourse to, you don't even have this life. We're all created equally. And then you think you have, the ability to kill a fellow human being. I mean, why I'm saying this is because it happens all the time now in Nigeria. You see, I mean, what is going on as well, this Gen Z generation, the way, you hear a girlfriend went to visit his boyfriend and then the guy ended up killing her, burying her. I mean, well, it wasn't like this before. It wasn't like this before.
So you think this case...
So I'm just happy that at the end of the day, justice, I'm just happy with the speedy dispensation of justice.
Absolutely.
And then let the message here, so that at least the people who are watching this, we know that if you do this, this is what you get. I'm happy that we didn't prolong it, the adjournment and all that. This should be a lesson for the present crop of youth we're seeing in Nigeria. Okay. I pray we maintain it.
All right, Tony Waji, thank you so much. Now, Tony Abaton, talk to me. Does this case reflect a broader pattern of domestic or relationship violence in Nigeria?
Well, before the advent of social media, such things have been happening in this country. But because most of the news don't get to the people, don't know that such things are happening. But with the dimension it is happening now with, like you said, our Gen Z generation, where because of the love for money, because of the love, our value system have been systematically destroyed over the years. Unfortunately, we have institutions that have not lived up to expectation. Like he said, I would like to commend the judiciary for the expeditious hearing and dispensation of justice this time around. So it will serve a lesson to somebody that it will not take long. You will not be able to circumvent the law of the hand of the law if you commit a similar crime. I should also send a strong message to the young people not to pursue wealth, because the man actually wanted to make fame by killing the girl so that the church or his place of worship, as you say, can have fame. People can come to him and we have power. And at the end of the power, he wants money. So this one should serve as a lesson to others who are thinking of doing similar things. And it should also be a wake-up call on youths to guide their loins and begin to do things right. They should not be unnecessarily looking for money by all means possible. So a left that has been taken. So unfortunately, the ladies' like have been taken. But I think I also want to appeal to our governors, because in the last few years, I've never heard of any governor signing the death penalty. So they should have enough courage. So far, the law has been made to go through the normal process. I think the governors should append their signature and do the needful and have their hand.
Okay, all right, let's also look at it from another angle, protecting our women from dangerous partners, you know, protecting women like Salome Adeadu. Earlier this week, I think, in Port Harcourt, 2 ladies, I've heard a story of 2 ladies, of men assaulting them, even identification was messed up. What more can be done legally and socially to protect women, you know, from violent partners?
You know, at times we tend to push everything to government most times. You know, it has to come from home most times.
Oh, from the home?
Yeah, yes. A lot of things are happening in the societies today. You know, they lust for money, quest for money. You know, all those kind of things. You need to hear them. You need to go to, you know, just take a drive on social media and see what the society has turned to. What you hear about how to make money, you hear about hookups and all. So these are the issues. So first and foremost, it has to come from the kind of training you give your children matters a lot. And then the schools too has a role to play here.
True.
You know, sensitization. There are some information you need to, because as we progress, it's becoming a dangerous space. You know, from especially from our own, from the menfolk. You know, of course, from time you see the women as the wicked sex, and you know, just toss a little cash in front of them, and things like this happen. So the level we are now, and just as Mr. Dotun said, I think more because maybe it happens those days, but because of social media now we get to see more.
We're now seeing it.
Yes, we get to see more of it, and it's sickening when you watch these things, because this most times, I mean, you watch them and you don't even see, no remorse. It's like they will do another one when they really, if they, by chance they get out there without justice system taking, its course.
Exactly. We need to protect.
So the family first and foremost, we need to do a lot. We need to do a lot.
With him? What do you think? Legally,
because once a lady falls in love, you know, anything goes.
Yeah, the power of love. I understand.
I also think that besides the family that has said, the society must begin to ask questions. Like in those days, as a young person, when you have some illicit wealth, people will ask you questions. I have a man the man is late now in my own place, Abeokuta. They used to call him Akpatemata, that he used to that display his wealth without selling it. When you go into a supermarket and you price something, the man will ask you, who is your father? What do you do for a living? Genuinely, he will ask you. If he's not sure, he will ask you to go out of the store. So people say the one who display wealth without selling it, that he has no intention. But because of the background of the man, people should begin to ask questions. In those days, if you take a huge amount of money to the bank, the banking system will question you. Sure. But now we can have billions. Civil servants will have billions in their account without a banker raising a finger. So the society itself has to begin to regulate and go back to what we were before. Before, in those days, there was conformity with the societal norms, and we have less crime because people will ask questions. But now, because nobody asks questions, so everybody goes away. In those days, when you see a secondary school student coming out of school before 2 o'clock, somebody, a neighbor, will ask you,
where are you not in school?
Why are you not in school at this particular point in time?
No.
So the society should begin. We should not withdraw into our family shares. We should come out and begin to defend and to advocate what is right.
I guess individuals also need to look at those red signs, those signs that those signs. You see those signs from you know that, okay, these are red lines that you don't cross.
But you know, you can't tell these days. You know, those red signs, they see these things. Most time they see these things.
And just ignore.
Yeah, ignore.
Because of love, because of money.
I will change him and all that.
But our heart goes out to the family.
Exactly.
And I hope they've gotten that justice. And parents should also teach their male children, the more. And men also get abused too.
Yes.
Let's not take that away. Men get abused too. But that's a topic for another day. Let's move straight to our next conversation.